Close Jets writer Andy Vasquez after the team's 17-14 win in Cleveland over the Browns, on Sunday, October 8, 2017. Andy Vasquez, NorthJersey.com. Cleveland, the New York Jets locker room was a happy place on Sunday afternoon at First Energy Stadium. The team had just defeated the lowly Browns, 174, for its third straight victory. For the first time since the 2015 season, the Jets had climbed above .500. And as they prepared for the trip back to New Jersey, the Jets were, incredibly, sitting atop the AFC East in a three-way tie with the Patriots and Bills. Most expected the Jets to be fighting for their first win, or the top overall pick in the draft at this point. Not fighting for a playoff spot. So there was good reason for the happiness, but as the Jets turned their gaze to a Week 6 showdown with the Patriots, they were also quietly taking a look at themselves. They know they must be better. It sort of gives us a little bit of hope, outside linebacker Jordan Jenkins said of the 32 start. But it also really forces us to look at all the mistakes that we've had and how close some of these games have been. That shouldn't have been close. By no means should we be overjoyed by this win, and the same thing with last week, a 2,320 overtime win over Jacksonville. We almost let two wins that we should have had secure earlier than we did bite us in the ass. In the end, the only thing that matters is the end result. And the Jets should be given credit for gutting out these victories. Previous versions of the Jets would have folded at the first sign of adversity. The Jets got it out last week's win against Jacksonville, and did it again on a cloudy day in Cleveland. But Jenkins is right, the Jets shouldn't get too excited about beating the Browns. After all, Cleveland has lost 20 of its last 22 games and 38 of its last 42. Grinding out a win here just means the Jets are better than the Browns, not that they're playoff contenders. We haven't done anything, Jets coach Todd Bowles said. We have won 3 games, 3 out of 5, and we still have 11 to play. It is good to string together wins, no matter how pretty or how ugly. It's good to string together wins and learn how to win in different ways. But we just have to keep getting better every week. By no means were we perfect, nope. Not even close, and there is so much to fix on both sides of the ball. The offense generated only 212 yards on Sunday, including only 34 on the ground. Quarterback Josh McCown had an unsteady day, and the Jets' receivers were mostly unimpressive. But when the Jets needed it most, in the fourth quarter, they put together a 97-yard, game-sealing drive, their longest road drive since 1996. The defensive performance is even more concerning. Even if it looks acceptable on the scoreboard, they held the Browns to just 14 points, but then you look at the yardage. The Jets surrendered 419 yards, including 279 through the air. They had only 1 sack. And the Jets also benefited from 2 Cleveland turnovers inside their 5-yard line, and 2 Browns missed field goals. One of those turnovers was a botched lateral by DeShone Kizer. The Jets were just fortunate to fall on it before the Browns. The other turnover was a nice interception by Marcus May. But the throw was one Kizer probably never should have attempted. In fact, Kizer struggled so much that he was benched for the second half. There were other Browns miscues, too. Early in the fourth quarter, Cleveland squandered another chance to score in the red zone. On 4th and 2 from the Jets' 4-yard line, Browns coach Hugh Jackson sent his field goal team out, only to call timeout and go for it. The Jets stuffed running back Isaiah Crowell short of the marker for a key stop that turned out to be the Browns' last real chance. The Jets' offense immediately went 97 yards for a game-sealing score. Even the Jets players, while acknowledging that was a big stop, admitted that they must be better before they face the Patriots next week. If you bend, don't break, linebacker Darren Lee said. If a team's going to drive on us, all right, well bend, it's the NFL. But don't break. And that's why I love these guys. We show up in those big moments. But what we want to do as a collective defense is execute so it doesn't get to that point, so we're definitely going to harp on that this week because we've got guys coming into town, the Patriots, that will definitely expose that. Email Vasquez at NorthJersey.com or read our live in-game analysis below. Early fourth quarter, Jets 17, Browns 7. It looks like the Jets are going to get out of here with a win, despite playing a pretty terrible football game. It took 3 quarters, but the Jets' offense finally woke up with one of the most impressive drives of the season to take a 177 lead. The Jets marched 97 yards on 8 plays, capping it off with a 24-yard touchdown pass from Josh McCown to Jermaine Kearse. End of third quarter, Jets 10, Browns 7. The Jets needed a big play to change the momentum of an awful day. And Morris Claiborne just delivered it. Claiborne picked off Kevin Hogan deep in Browns territory and returned it all the way down to the Cleveland 13-yard line. It was Claiborne's first interception with the Jets. Claiborne signed in the offseason after spending the first 5 seasons of his career with the Cowboys. 2 plays later, the Jets punched in their first touchdown of the day to take a 103 lead. Josh McCown found tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins in the right corner of the end zone. It was Seferian-Jenkins' first touchdown with the Jets. But the lead felt tenuous as the Browns drove late in the third quarter. As the quarter ended, Cleveland was all the way down to the Jets' 13-yard line. Early third quarter, Browns 7, Jets 3. October 8, 2017, Cleveland, Ohio, USA. Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett 95 celebrates after sacking New York Jets quarterback Josh McCown. Not pictured during the first quarter at First Energy Stadium. Mandatory credit Ken Blazusa. Today Sports photo Ken Blazusa. Today Sports. The Jets may be in trouble. The Browns made a quarterback switch at halftime, benching Deshaun Kaiser for Kevin Hogan. And Hogan immediately marched the Browns down the field for a touchdown. The 21-yard score was a pretty one. David Njoku jumped, outstretched his arm and made a one-handed catch as he went crashing into the end zone. For the first time this season, the Browns have a lead, 73 over the Jets. There were some disturbing trends for the defense on the drive. Rookie safety Jamal Adams missed a tackle on Browns running back Isaiah Crowell that would have stopped the drive. Then, Adams got lost on the touchdown play, letting Njoku get behind him. Also, the defensive line is getting virtually no pressure on the quarterback. Muhammad Wilkerson and Leonard Williams have yet to record a sack this season. But Wilkerson does have 2 penalties today, one for roughing the passer and another for leverage on the Cleveland extra point. Ugly day all around for the Jets. Halftime, Jets 3, Browns 0. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Kaiser 7 prepares to throw the ball against the New York Jets during the first quarter at First Energy Stadium. Photo Scott Galvin, USA Today Sports. If you weren't watching that first half, count yourself lucky. It was undoubtedly the worst half of football played by both teams in the NFL this season, and maybe one of the worst ever. The Jets were inept in every way. The Browns were just inept when they had chances to score. And until the very final moment of the half, neither team was able to score. According to ESPN, it would have been the first time since 2011 that both teams had been scoreless in an NFL half, but Jets kicker Chandler Catanzaro changed everything. He nailed a 57-yard field goal as time expired to give the Jets a 30 lead. Will it be insurmountable? There's a chance. Cleveland had 3 great chances to score in the second quarter. But kicker Zane Rodriguez missed 52 and 39-yard field goal attempts both to the left. And Deshaun Kaiser threw an interception at the goal line. Rookie safety Marcus May picked off the ball for his first career interception, keeping the Browns from their first lead of the season. The Jets were awful on offense, getting outgained 17,567 and going 0 for 5 on third down, and most of those yards came on the Jets' final drive of the half, when they got into field goal range for Catanzaro. Josh McCown looked awful, completing 11 of 17 passes for 70 yards and throwing a brutal interception to Jason McCourty, the former St. Joseph player. McCown stared down Robbie Anderson and pulled the trigger anyway, and McCourty jumped the route. As if all of that wasn't bad enough, the Jets committed 6 penalties in the first half. End of the first quarter, Jets 0, Browns 0. Well, the good news is that the game can't get much uglier than the way it started. The Jets and Browns failed to score in the first quarter, although the Browns probably should have. Cleveland drove all the way down into the Jets' red zone late in the second quarter. Deshaun Kaiser, the rookie quarterback who has struggled, had no problem moving the ball on the Jets' defense. The Jets tried to switch up their fronts, perhaps in an effort to confuse the rookie quarterback, but it didn't really work. The only reason the Browns scored was because of a mistake. Kaiser's poor pitch on a lateral hit the ground and linebacker Freddie Bishop recovered inside the Jets' 10-yard line. The Jets got their first down of the game on the final play of the first quarter. But the drive stalled early in the second quarter. The Browns outgained the Jets 6,115 in the first quarter. Like we said, it can't get much uglier than that. Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett left sacks New York Jets quarterback Josh McCown during the first half of an NFL football game, Sunday, October 8, 2017, in Cleveland. AP photo Ron Schwain, app first quarter, 600 remaining, Jets 0, Browns 0. The Jets don't look like a team that's trying for a 3-game winning streak. Especially on offense. The first drive was a 3-and-out, which included Myles Garrett, the number 1 overall pick in April's draft, blowing through the offensive line for his first career sack. Garrett did it on third down, on his first career play, first NFL snap, first NFL sack at Myles Garrett. Biceps picked out Twitter.com Pro-Gift 3R, Cleveland Browns at Browns October 8, 2017. The second drive was somehow worse. The Jets committed 3 penalties, a holding on Austin Seferian-Jenkins, and false starts by Brandon Shell and Brian Winters to kill the drive. All this after Jets coach Todd Bowles said he wanted to cut down on penalties, after the Jets committed 10 penalties in each of the last 2 games. Not good. Pre-game New York Jets quarterback Josh McCown warms up before an NFL football game between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns, Sunday, October 8, 2017, in Cleveland. AP photo Ron Schwain, apt Jets will be without 2 cornerbacks as they take on the Browns on Sunday afternoon. Second-year cornerback Justin Burris warmed up before the game, but his foot was not good enough to go, and so he was on the Jets' inactive list. The Jets are also without Darryl Roberts' hamstring, who had replaced Burris as the slot cornerback after Week 2. Expect veteran corner Marcus Williams to get plenty of time, perhaps in the slot. The Jets have also activated rookie cornerback Derek Jones for the first time. It's unclear if the 6th-round pick out of Mississippi will play. Rookie tight end Jordan Leggett will also be active for the first time, and will likely see some time on the field. A knee injury has hampered Leggett since the preseason. The Browns activated their number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. The defensive end missed the first 4 games of his career with an ankle injury. But starting middle linebacker Jamie Collins will not play, which could bode well for the Jets' run attack. Meanwhile, Josh McCown is returning to Cleveland for the first time since playing the last 2 seasons here. He greeted several Browns players with hugs on the field. McCown, 38, will be trying to do something he's never done in his long NFL career: win 3 straight games. Cleveland Browns wide receiver Corey Coleman left talks with New York Jets quarterback Josh McCown before an NFL football game between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns, Sunday, October 8, 2017, in Cleveland. AP photo Ron Schwain, apt this is certainly a good chance to do it. The Browns have lost 29 of their last 31 games. If the Jets win this afternoon, they'll be over .500 for the first time since the 2015 season and have their first 3-game winning streak since then, too. Here's the full list of inactives for both teams. Jets QB Christian Hackenberg, RB Matt Forte, Darryl Roberts, CB Justin Burris, Ilbobum Gwasham Coney Lilb, Josh Martin, Browns QB Cody Kessler, WR Kenny Brittle, Jamie Collins Sr., OL Marcus Martin, Zach Banner, T.Y. McGill, DL Caleb Brantley. More Jets Browns, what you need to know on game day. Andy Vasquez at NorthJersey.com.